Power 104.7.
Rise and shine, St. Paul. Start your day the Power way. The Wake Up on Power 104.7 FM. Monday through Friday from 8 to 10. Let's go. Let's go.
Wake up. This is the Wake Up.
Welcome back, y'all. Hey, this is the Wake Up on Power 104.7. Welcome back to the show.
Yes,
we
sir.
are excited to be here. We got a dope show today. This is gonna be real fun. Like, I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
We done had a fire lineup all month, but I just feel like this one tops.
Trying to tell you,
It
bro.
tops them, and nothing against the other ladies that done came through for Women's Month. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all.
Yeah.
But we got a real boss in the building.
Yes.
A real queen in the building, y'all.
The glamorous one.
The glamorous.
Yes.
The beautiful GlamLifeKim, a.k.a. Kimberly Hollyfield. Hey, honey.
Hey, sweetheart. Oh, you guys are too kind. I appreciate you.
Look at the people clapping for you.
I know, right?
Yeah. No, we're excited to have you in here. Thank you so much for coming.
I'm excited to be here. It's an honor.
Yes, I know you a busy woman. You be having so much things going on. So the way that you were able to make room for us is very appreciated.
I'm gonna always make time for you, sis.
Thank you. You had to drive in from Minneapolis, right?
I did.
Okay, how was the roads out there?
You know what? Actually, it wasn't bad at all. It was a straight shot. Thank God.
Good.
You know,
good.
he always looking out for me.
Right? He said, clear the way.
Clear the way.
You got a
She on
queen
her way
coming
to
through.
Power 104.7, baby. She on her way.
I love that. Real quick to give people a small background of how me and you met, right? So I met you through Devon Mayweather, mutual friend of ours, coming in as a singer and just being very fresh in this whole entertainment industry. And I wanted to know the ins of out of everything. I've even came to you and was like, can you mentor me? I wanted to learn so much from you because I just seen you as this icon as far as woman entrepreneurship. So I was like, I need to learn from her. I kind of helped you on a few different like events and helping plan some stuff. So I learned a lot from you there. And then the short-lived time I had at Camel J, being able to work there as well as an underwriter, that was a cool experience too, by the way. I like to say that helped me get to where I am here at Power 104.7. So amazing experience. But so that's that small little background of how we met and how I still look at you as again a phenomenal female entrepreneur, and to this day I still take so many tips out your blueprint.
Wow.
You know, like when I see you posting and stuff, I'd be like,
you're making me blush. I'm like, I didn't even know all this.
Yes,
it's crazy.
of course.
I mean, I felt like I wanted to make sure that I always supported you. Even when you went to Atlanta, no matter where you were, I definitely love your voice first and foremost.
Thank you.
And I'm so proud of you. I have witnessed your growth.
Thank
and so
you.
It's been exciting to watch you along your journey. And I'm
Appreciate
just
it.
always here to support. You got my number. You got the cell phone, baby. Whenever you need me, you can call me.
I love it. So let's talk about the beginning then, because you are not originally from Minnesota.
No.
Let the people know, because I honestly did not know that.
You didn't?
I didn't.
Wow, you thought I was a Minnesotan?
I did.
hey, listen. Hey,
Are you?
don't come for my life.
I'm
Don't-
sorry,
don't come
baby.
for my
I didn't
life.
even know people lived here that actually grew up here. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. I thought everybody was transplants.
Most people are, though.
Yeah,
most people are.
No, so actually, I was born in Germany.
Wow.
My dad was in the military, and I was raised in Chicago. So I came up here in '98.
Okay.
And I got homesick, went back to Chicago right away.
Okay.
And then I came back early 2000. You know what did it for me? The Riverview and them chicken wings, baby.
I heard a lot of stories about the Riverview, and them
the
wings.
That's
baby.
hilarious. She came back for the wings,
For
y'all.
the wings. No, you want to know what's funny? The wings and Camel J, believe it or not. And I was a diehard WGCI fan. But it was something about when I came here, it was always different. I mean, at that time, we had Mike.
Yep.
We had Lady L.
Okay.
I mean, it was just, the music just seemed to stick out to me differently.
Okay.
They would play things that I hadn't heard in a long time.
Oh, wow.
And
Well,
so
Otis was here at that time, too.
Otis was here,
and he just came
Otis
back.
the entertainer. He just made it back,
Yeah.
his debut back. And he's been going strong. Well, actually, the last couple of years now, I've been back, over at Camel J. But, it was just a different era then. I mean, Brother Jules was doing his
Rest
thing.
in peace, OG.
Sunny Day.
Disco T.
Disco T,
I'm
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm lost on all
You
these
don't know all these
names.
people. Oh my God, these out of Minnesota. Great.
I'm not gonna hold you.
If you need me, bro, like I said, I can make a call.
I mean, it's up to me. Me being in media, I need to know who these people are anyway. So that's my fault. That's my fault. I gotta do my homework.
But that's why I bring you around to the record store, because you never know who you're gonna walk into over at Urban Lights and everything.
Shout out to Tim. Love Tim. Tim Wilson is a
Yeah.
legend here in the Twin Cities.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many dope people, but the music did it for me. Music is my love language. Music has always, just growing up, my parents had every single vinyl that you could think of.
And vinyl's making a comeback too.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't have me a record player yet, but I've been saying so if anybody wants to give me a nice little gift, y'all know what to get.
Right. Now she's finna have like 6 of them. Everybody gonna try to get her
Give
one.
me that.
Hey, for me, I say once you buy that record, like that actual vinyl, it's gonna automatically make you want to just go buy a record player.
Right.
For me, unfortunately, I got turntables.
I know, right?
I got like
you don't
2
like
sets.
the vinyls?
Yeah,
You
I
mess
got vinyls.
around with them too?
Yeah.
Okay, period.
Yeah.
All around.
All around.
All
That's
around.
but this is so much easier, I'm sure, to carry, because you don't have to worry about carrying a crate full of.
The old school for real.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So Camel J brought you back. So you came. So you already had like a job offer, or
Well,
explain to us how that
no.
happened.
So that's so funny. When I first moved here, I was actually doing hair. And I worked. It's so funny. I worked at Variety Beauty Supply when I first came here.
Okay.
And that's how I was able to meet like a lot of the women around the Twin Cities doing hair.
Yep, that's how you start.
And so in Chicago, that was my thing. I did everybody's hairs and everybody's parties.
Okay.
And so then I decided, it's time to grow up. I need a real job. What I'm gonna do to make some money? Well, I always knew I was good at math. My aunt was an accountant, so I'm like, okay. Went to school for accounting. I was in the corporate field until 2011 when I decided to just go full force on Glam Life. Now, Glam Life was registered in 2007, but I've been doing parties since the 90s. Like, my first wedding was in 1996.
Beautiful. Okay.
So I've been doing events for a very long time. But so my child, did music, and Jermaine Dupree flew us out to Atlanta for the rap game.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew this. So my child was there. We did some filming, and but I ended up getting a call from Miss Lorna. I don't know if you guys, Miss Lorna Pettis. She is another legend around the Twin Cities. Yeah, shout out to Miss Lorna. I had did some commercials, so I was just doing like voiceover work for television commercials and radio commercials. And I did one for a car lot that was one of her clients that she underwrote for. And Freddie Bell heard my voice. And this was after Lisa Moy had left from KMOJ.
Yeah.
And the midday was just open. It had been open for a while.
Okay.
And so they called me and was like, he heard the radio ad. And he was like, whose voice is that? He said he was going throughout the station trying to figure out whose client was that, whose voice was that. And so he was like, can you call her and see if she wants this midday? And literally, they called me at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I was there by 8, and I started like the next day. Like,
that's
it
funny.
really just kind of fell on my lap. I know, right?
That's funny. I love that, though. I love that. So you felt, coming from doing hair, did you ever want to make a business out of that, like in your own salon, like most beauticians do? They want to get their own salon and hire other beauticians to work there too. Was that ever a dream of yours?
You know what, it's so funny because I always thought that was cool, but for some reason I just ended up in corporate America, and I don't even remember why I made that decision. I think it was medical, just trying to grow up, just trying to grow up and be an adult. At the time I was young, and I was like, okay, what you doing with your life, Kim?
Right.
And so I went to school to be an accountant, and ended up working. I worked at Thomas Prometric and then at Wells Fargo for the rest of my time until I decided to go full force on Glam Life.
So what was that final straw? And you said, you know what, I quit. Did you do like, the black girl walk out, go in there and curse the boss out real fast when you leave, and then, you knock everything over, and you did one of those?
You know what? I didn't, but I wanted to. I was at that point. Let me tell you, this is how you know when you are ready to go full force on your passion, right? is when you are tired of your job. So I'm sure there's somebody right now who is listening that's like, I've been working, but I've also been doing my passion, what I love to do, and everything annoys you at that job.
Everything.
Yep. I mean,
everything.
You just like, why am I here? I can't continue to do this. And it was like, even for me, my sister was like, why are you weighing yourself so thin, doing all these events? And shout out to Debonair McNeil. That was,
rest in peace,
may he rest in heaven. And shout out to his wife, Zakia. I promised him I'm take good care of her, so that's my sis for life. But he was the first person here in the Twin Cities that like took me up underneath his wing.
Beautiful.
I worked his door. Let me say, I started at the bottom. Let's say started at the bottom.
I'm dead.
Okay. I worked his door, and he really just took me in. So I did concert promotions. I've done it all. I mean, I still do concert promotions. You guys still see I do some concerts. Yep. But I did it all from just events. I had this event called The Game Room. Many of y'all may remember The Game Room. It was the hit thing. It was like where we would do nostalgic games like what's the chairs?
Musical chairs.
Musical chairs. Yeah, but with alcohol. Like, it was so funny to watch grown men and grown people.
Imagine falling all over the place, just lit.
It was fun.
That's funny.
Everybody look, and people still ask me about The Game Room today. Like, when you gonna bring it back? But yeah, I think that my sister, she was like, why are you wearing yourself out trying to work a full-time job and do events full-time? She was like, why don't you just make this, your career? And I was like, you gonna help me? Cause
right.
Ain't know which way to go.
Right. How do I do this? And she said she got my back. And so, like I said, since 2011, I've been full force on being an entrepreneur, and all I do is just events. Like, that's what pays my bills. That's what I love to do.
Beautiful. I love that. I want to ask this question with events because I dib and dab a little bit in event planning, right? And it's not my 100% cup of tea. I think I'm one of the people that I want to see the end result right away. I don't really care for the prepping of it. It's too much. But so how easy or how hard is it to be an event planner? Because I mean, of course you gotta know you're good with maps, so you gotta know measurements of backdrops and all that stuff and putting things together. But then also dealing with like a customer service, dealing with hard customers who are probably just extremely difficult to work with, bridezillas, all that kind of stuff. So give us a little background of exactly what the event planning lifestyle looks like.
So it's so funny because I think people see the glitz and glam of what the end result looks like, and they think that it's so easy and but like you said, I mean, so you don't know that you need to know the measurements of your table in order to choose the correct tablecloth so that it looks the way that you want it to look. Because to me, the worst thing is to have a nice table that's 3 feet tall, but your tablecloth only come 1 foot off your table. Like,
that looks crazy.
It looks crazy. And so I think it's more than people think. But I will tell you this, people if you have something in your mind, a design, a look, do it yourself. Like I always say, you don't hire me for something that you can do yourself. You hire me for something that you can't do, right? So I prefer if you let me just be creative and do. You'll love my work best that way, instead of you giving me a design. But you could definitely give me some inspiration, give me a photo, show me something that you want.
Of course.
But I'd rather you just, hey, show me what you want, let me go to work, because otherwise it's never going to be right. And that's where you're going to get an unhappy client. As if in their mind they can picture this, then they should have did it, because you're never going to create this look that they're going for in their head.
Right, you can't read their mind.
You cannot. Yeah. You're never going to create that look.
Right.
So word of advice, if you're listening out there and if you feel you have a creative bone in your body and you could do your own event, do that. You can definitely. One thing that I do also is like I started to do these parties to go, where you can either pay me just to come up with the concept, the idea, we'll create the mock-up, and then we'll even give you the links of like where you can get things, or you can rent them from us, and you can set it up yourself. Yeah, so it's affordable. It's a portable way to be able to do a party and do it on your own without having to pay for the staff, and because all of that can get expensive. I know people are like, parties these days are so expensive.
See, they think you can just go to Party City and get the little plastic tablecloths or whatever with some little fake flowers and call it a day. Like, it gets way deeper than that.
Yeah, especially if like like certain visions. If you want a certain vision, then you're able to like
Execute
come to
it.
you and you're able to mock it up and be like, yeah, you could go do this, woo, woo, woo. Like that consulting is actually good because
Yeah, it's valuable.
you never know exactly like how far you can honestly do it or how far you can throw yourself unless you actually cast yourself out there for that kind of situation.
Right.
That
So
part.
That's
Exactly.
beautiful.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
absolutely. What was the worst experience you've had being an event planner? You ain't gotta put no names or nothing, but you know, like you just that one customer that just got on your nerve, and you was like, I would never work with them again.
Well, so again, I had a customer that in their head, they knew exactly what they wanted. And so it was like, okay, why? And that's when I got to the point that I said, I'm not going to, either you have to, if you want me, it's for something that you can't do. Because in her mind, she was like, it was, supposed to look like this. And she wanted to order all the Amazon items, and she wants you to blow up and do the streamers. And I was like, this isn't a Glam Life event. Like, now you just, this is your event. And so that's where I had to come to the realization of, if you want a Glam Life event, you got to let us do it the Glam Life way. Not being cocky, but just saying, like I said, hey, and don't get me wrong, people sometimes think that, I'm going to just go plan it myself, and then they realize they spent as much money as they would have spent just hiring somebody to do it.
Yeah.
But I had to realize that, no, there's certain things that I won't do. Outdoor events, I vowed I would not do another outdoor event. Don't get me wrong, every blue moon I will.
It's the win.
It's the wind.
Oh yeah.
It destroys everything. We've destroyed tents. Shout out to William Bake Show Baker. We didn't have one of his tents destroyed. Like, I mean, when I tell you wind is
I believe it. I believe it.
Something you cannot control.
You cannot. And so I just prefer, and not only that, I don't like bugs. I don't want bugs and flies and food.
Bees, especially when you got food out and flowers and bees just want to be all over the place. That is the worst.
Dirt all on your tablecloth.
It is the worst.
Because of the wind.
Because of the wind. Yeah. Do you like planning for weddings a lot more? Because I mean, you do the event planning, but you do the full experience as far as like wedding planning, the
weddings,
whole thing.
corporate events.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy corporate events. One of my largest clients is Sharon Smith Akinsanya of the Ray McKenzie Group.
Okay.
So this past weekend we did Celebrating the Sisters, which is one of my favorite events that I do, not only because I get a chance to really showcase my talent and like how dope the design can look, but also because Sharon used to work for Prince.
Ooh.
Okay.
And Sharon is a genius. So like how you look at me, that's how I look at Sharon. And she ain't no, when I tell you she ain't no joke, baby, everything has to be perfect. And when I say she's a genius, she thinks about everything. So when you talk about this event that we did this weekend, everything from the smell and the hallway that we curated to she
creating experiences.
Oh, it's an experience, honey. Everything is an experience. I had a 17-foot purple woman playing the violin at the reception, dances at the end. The purple tunnel was everything. Like, I think I rented, 8, 9, 10, 11, probably about a good 30 chandeliers.
Wow. Oh, they got money.
This is an event. This is one to be at. Like, it's like the biggest gala in the Twin Cities.
I love that. That's dope. Nice. I feel like I've said this before. I feel like Minnesota needs to have like a Met Gala, like a real, like we just show up and show out. And I feel like you'd be the perfect person to help put that together. Absolutely, because your vision will make it be like over the top and everything. So that would be super dope.
Yes, and that's what like this Celebrating the Sisters is like the Golden Globes of Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
It's the Emmys. It's big. I'll show you. When we take a break, I'll be able to show you.
I've never heard of this.
Oh,
Why haven't I heard of this?
Man, and it was all over social media this weekend, and we honored 7 amazing women here in the Twin Cities, trailblazers. I'm talking about millionaires. I'm talking about that are of color. Women of color.
Where have I been?
Yes, that work for like Thrivent and U.S. Bank and all of these great companies. So we'll have to make sure the next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there next time.
Great networking.
Have me help host or something.
Got you. Great networking for
Love
sure.
it.
All right, I kind of want to segue still on parties and everything, but the last couple concerts you did. The gospel one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The Kings of Gospel.
Nice.
What brung that bright idea?
About?
Yeah.
You know, so my business partner, Big City, shout out to Big City.
Shout out to City, man.
Yeah, that's my
I haven't seen him in a minute.
You haven't? Oh, man, he just texted me a little bit ago. I should have told him. I don't know why I didn't give him that heads up. He was in New Orleans, so I'm not sure if he's back yet.
Okay.
But, you know, so it's so crazy. Me and him actually met each other because we lived in the same apartment building when I first moved here.
Okay.
Over South Minneapolis. And then not only that, but it was all like my family or in-laws that I moved out here with and his family, they were all kind of intertwined. And so we've been, I mean, like we were roommates in Atlanta. Like we've been friends a long time. But, you know, a lot of people don't know this. City has just a amazing heart.
Yeah.
And so he actually was the one that was like, man, I would love to have Marvin Sapp here in the Twin Cities. And so we started to put this together. And of course, you can't have no gospel in the Twin Cities without Javante Patton. Shout out to Javante. That's my pastor, friend. Love him. And let me tell you, he showed up and showed out. Even though we had Marvin Sapp, Fred Hammond, but Javante, the city showed up and showed out for Javante.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful show. And so, yeah, that was amazing. I definitely have to say one of my favorite gospel shows thus far.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right, what about
Love
let's
is in
talk
Legends?
about
Oh.
yeah.
Wait,
that
who?
one.
Lovers and Legends. That was
Yeah.
another concert that we had just did with Carl Thomas, Kiki Wyatt, and Donnell Jones.
Mm-hmm.
That was an amazing, amazing concert. I'd have to say my favorite. Now, I love Donnell Jones, but I think that Carl Thomas did his thing.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, he get emotional.
Yeah. Come look.
sorry.
Oh, you
No,
doing
that's
Tevin
Tevin
Campbell.
Y'all right. I had the wrong artist. Oh, goodness gracious.
Knock me off my feet. That
That was wrong artist. My bad.
A natural thing.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Y'all-
I can't let go.
I don't know what made me think of
Yeah.
Tevin Campbell. Okay.
Right, and then I would say knock me off my feet. That's Donnell. So we
Right.
both tripping this morning. We need to drink more than Starbucks. No,
For real, though.
no, but that was an amazing concert. And then, you know, we had Do or Die kind of do a special guest appearance. They surprised everybody. And
Okay.
people love Do or Die.
Oh yeah, up here, yes, they love him. Love him.
Love Do or
Would
Die.
you ever do like a how you say it, like a hood concert?
Absolutely. Look,
Okay.
you see, we
You
done
be
threw some
outside?
stuff out there. Hey, baby, let me tell you one thing about me. I'm from Chicago, so I'm a chameleon. I could be in any environment.
Because period.
I love a good, I love a good little ratchet bar.
Just a little bit.
I ain't gonna lie, I seen the video yesterday at Swank.
You
Shout
saw
out to Swank.
Swank? Tiffany Love. I know it was nobody but Tiffany who posted that
Yeah.
video.
Yep.
And then, but then I can also, you know, hey, be at a corporate event and, you know, look like a boss that you wouldn't know hangs out in the Ratchet Club. Like, I'm that chameleon.
That's and you're
I
a
love
Sag,
a
you're a
good time.
Sag, right?
Sagittarius,
Sag gang.
absolutely.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah,
So
you know?
you're
Oh,
able
Lord
to
Jesus.
you're able to you just, like you said, be a chameleon, be in multiple rooms,
Right.
and still be yourself though. Because some people they go in different rooms and they're a completely different person. So
Right.
you're not going in these rooms being something you're not.
That
It's just
part.
you're able to adapt.
Yeah.
So that's a beautiful thing. Let's get a little bit into media in Camo J. So you got that call. They was like, we want you. We love your voice. We want you on the radio. How did that experience go for you? Did you go in very confident, like I got this, or were you more nervous, like I've never done? I mean, because you said you did the voiceovers and stuff, but being on radio is different. So let us know.
I always sat on the other side of the mic. So I was on like I am today. I've always been on this side of the mic. So I would bring clients in, you know, because one part of Glam Life is I'm also an agency. And so I, you know, assist my clients in getting radio ads and getting commercials, you know. So I've always kind of came in and sat on this side, whether it's with my child as an artist or with my clients. And so being on your side of the mic was different. It was definitely nerve-wracking. I remember I was like, I suck. I just
Stuttering and stuff. That'd be me sometimes. I still struggle with the stuttering.
That happens. It happens. And there's nothing wrong with that, like, at all. But But yeah, it took some growth, and it took, you know, some training. Q-Bear, you know, put a lot of time in with me, you know, teaching me how to run the board. Freddie Bell just, you know, teaching me like the ins and out the language, you know, that's very important. And so it definitely took some time. And then just listening to people. Shout out to Georgia Ford. Now, I'm so proud of this woman.
Oh, yes.
But
to our president.
Yes, love her. And when she first started in radio at KMOJ, I would come and, because me and Nikki McCombs, we had a jewelry line called Nakai. And so we would come and we would dress her up with jewelry, make sure that she looked beautiful. So all this was happening. And so it was just great watching her, you know, as an inspiration, as a role model in radio. And then she went on to Atlanta and, you know, just still following her there, just like I followed you, you know. It's just a thing. And then Lisa Moy, you know, another powerhouse here in the Twin Cities, one of my sisters that I watch, you know, get into radio, and you know, somebody else that I love. So it's been a journey, but I mean, I'm 10 years in now. Can you believe that? It's been 10 years
beautiful.
at KMOJ.
That's beautiful. What are some of the hardships that you felt you dealt with being in radio? Because I mean, for example, I don't know if at that time there was a lot of competition. Was there a lot of competition with KMOJ in that time frame? Again, it's 10 years ago, y'all. I'm still learning. Learning.
It was kind of 6-7.
Okay.
I mean, so the only other station that was, well, B96 was kind of dying off.
Okay.
Yep. They turned from hip hop into top 40.
Yeah,
at that
their
time.
format changed.
Yep.
And so, so we really didn't have. I mean, when you talk about, you know, a station with, you know, that played black urban music, I should say, and that had black personalities, we were really the only one in the city. And then what was the one with Zany?
Hot 102.5.
Nope, not Hot 102.
That's right now.
Yep, it was 104. I feel like something. It was shout out to Zany K. That's my guy too. I go see him out in Atlanta
it was
all
Hot
the time.
102.
No, nope, it wasn't Hot 102, because Hot 102 has always been syndicated. Zany K, they had, it was 104, it wasn't Power, it was, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now. But anyway, there was another station that Zany K, Debonair went over there for a little bit.
Yep.
Okay.
And they were actually like, I could picture their building. But anyway, they were probably then our next, you know, kind of, as so to say, competition, or at least that was playing. And then they just kind of died down. They were only around for a couple years. And then, of course, 102.5 came, in which 102.5, I mean, it's syndicated. So it's really still not the same.
Yeah.
And so now, of course, we got Power 104.7, which I love. I love to see. And I'm just, and again, you know, hey, I'm team Georgia. So
yeah. Do you? So again, traveling, going back on those hardships. Do you feel like it was hard to navigate radio? You know what I'm saying? With alongside your personal endeavors, do you feel like a lot of people were? I guess feeling like they can get like on the radio with music and interviews and all that just because you were there, or you know what I'm saying? Kind of explain to us how that kind of
works.
Yeah.
So I won't say that people, you know, kind of looked at me as that person. And don't get me wrong, people do always come to me, and I always tell them, submit your music. So one thing even about KMOJ is that, like, you know, compared to like commercial radio stations, sometimes they'll try to charge you, you know, to play a song or to get. KMOJ can't do that.
Yeah.
So I don't care who you are, submit your music. Now the thing about KMOJ, which is just like any other radio station, is that you can submit up to 3 songs. They have to be MP3s, so don't send no wave because it's
or
not
no YouTube link. They
I
do
do
that.
get that all the time, girl.
Yeah, finally somebody else is saying it besides me.
Besides you, don't send no YouTube link talking about play my music.
I open the email, look at it, be like, YouTube, yeah, and that automatically,
yeah.
No, delete.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry to say that, y'all hear me, but delete.
Yeah,
and I'm a DJ, so.
See, right. And so, look, and people aren't going to tell you that. And so that's what I always try to tell people is, look, follow instructions, right? First and foremost, Camo J is not going to come back and say, we're not playing your music because you sent a YouTube link or because you sent a WAV file or because there's cursing. They feel like as a professional, you should already know this. So do your homework first and foremost. But that's what I love to do, right? Like I love to educate people and let them know, again, I'm a prodigy. I'm a momager. I was a momager. So that was my thing, was I just love to, to encourage people, submit your music. Like that's what you're supposed to do. Even today, submit your music. Just go about it the right way. Ask questions. There's no dumb questions. Like ask the right questions. That's the only way.
Yeah, and if you actually put it together the right way, just, small little tips.
Yeah.
You should at least have a one sheet attached to it.
Or EPK.
And also make sure, you put a bio in it and your social media links.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So
that
people
one
can
sheet,
come
that
check
one
you
sheet,
out.
and that one
Should have
sheet,
it
it
all.
all should all have that anyway.
Yeah. But if you don't have all that, make sure you have a bio, make sure you have your media links, and like she said, make sure it's in MP3 form. Please.
Yep, because I'm not converting nothing.
Yeah, send a picture of yourself. Like all of that is
All
important.
of that, yeah. AKA DaeTV.
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 Some DaeTV.
You are now watching the DaeTVNetwork.
So working at a Black-owned radio station, do you feel like y'all went through a lot of, troubles with being taken seriously, as far as going against other bigger radio companies and things like that?
To a certain extent, I do feel that it's still challenging, for people because we don't have the BDS spans, right? And so even when you talk about celebrities, caring about being in our station, coming into the city, it's like if it doesn't really benefit them, why?
Right.
And so it's sad that it's looked at that way. And I still, I still have a struggle with, I don't understand why every artist that comes into Minnesota, isn't coming through such a staple in the Twin Cities. You know what I mean? But that's here nor there. I pray that it all works out.
Yeah.
But definitely that's one thing that hey, I would even suggest for you guys is making sure that people know you exist, right? And selling yourself, whether you have the BDS spans or not. Why is it important for you to come through this station?
Exactly. And just to speak a little bit more on radio, do you feel like when you came in that women were represented well in media, or you feel like they were just, kind of really coming up and trying to get that exposure?
So I feel like nowadays you see more women in media, women in music, especially in other cities. I don't notice it as much here. It being a thing, like people recognize and know that there's women here, but I do feel like you see more men, getting the accolades than you do women. But I do think that, hey, with social media today, now we're able to be a part of, groups and just organizations that support women in music, that support women in media. And so I think it's important for us as women to, make sure that we are associating ourselves with those organizations as well, so that we can get the support that we need, and so that we can get the recognition that we deserve.
Absolutely. Okay, so we gonna kind of pivot a little bit.
Okay.
Because you GlamLifeKim, life is glamorous for you,
That
right?
part.
Does your man have to be glamorous too? You know what I'm saying? Does the man gotta be, a top tier man? What's the word?
So let me tell you.
What's the word? What's his name? Used to say the man that passed away. What is it?
Well, my man today gotta be seasoned.
Ooh, okay. Tell us. So are you single?
I'm single, but I am dating.
Okay, beautiful.
Yep, I'm dating somebody out of state that I do love.
Oh,
And
okay.
and a seasoned grown man. And so back in the day, I probably would have said, no, he doesn't have to be glamorous.
Okay.
But baby, today.
Yeah, because you in a different caliber, so your partner got to match that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And he outdressed me. So
I love that.
Shout out to you, my guy.
No, we look good together.
Yeah.
We look good together.
Yeah. So does he? So you dating? but you are technically single. So what is
Yeah.
a man if he was interested in approaching you? Like, what does he have to bring? What does he have to offer?
First and foremost, communication.
Okay.
That is huge for me. I'm one of those, what was it, sapiosexual.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Got to stimulate the brain.
That part.
You
Yeah.
can't, if you
Or-
can't
yeah.
keep that conversation and make sure you got it like
You gonna lose
intriguing conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
going to lose me
Absolutely.
every time.
Absolutely.
So I think that it's important, first and foremost, that you can communicate. That is huge for me.
Okay.
Also, I'm just big on little things too, right? Like I feel like I noticed not a lot of men in the Twin Cities like don't even open doors for women nowadays.
Goodness. So this real quick story. When I moved to Atlanta, I think when I moved to Atlanta, I experienced the most open doors I've ever seen in my life. I mean, everywhere I went, it was a man. I got that for you, ma'am.
Yes.
Opening it up and it was beautiful. So then
It's
moving back
beautiful.
here, I feel like I was a little bit spoiled because I
Yep.
got back and I'm expecting people
Open
open
the door.
doors and they just. So you gonna stay in there too? Okay, never mind. I'll open it myself. Like,
Right.
So I got spoiled from it. I was
Yes.
like, wow, the men here do not open doors.
It's the Southern hospitality.
Yeah,
I
and
love that,
For up here too, it's kind of like it's a double-edged sword
Yeah.
because I find myself doing it sometimes, but then sometimes certain people just be like, and I'd be like, geez, at least say thank you.
And I say that too, because some women sometimes you'll say good morning, beautiful, or
Yeah,
you
they
know, why
won't
you
speak
frowning,
back.
smiling? They be
Right.
like, shut up talking to me. Like, dang, okay, I won't be nice no more. So that do
Man.
happen
But
too.
hey, men, we got to
does.
do better. Come on, y'all. Come
Man,
on,
for real.
We got to do better.
So that's one thing that I love. Like I don't, in Atlanta, I don't have to open a door. I don't pick up no bags. He tell me, I just need you to walk and look pretty. Like that's your
That's
job.
it. Oh, you ain't got to put no gas in your car. It's
I don't
already
have
filled
to
when you
do
get in it.
nothing.
I love that for you. I love
Yeah.
that for you. So how long has it, as far as dating, like, have you always experienced men like that, or do you
No.
feel like it took a really long time for you to accept, to get this kind of treatment?
It did, and
Okay.
I think that that starts with me, right? Like, and what we accept as women. What we have to determine what it is that we like, what we want, what we deserve, and then too, I just think even with probably some of the men here, it starts with the women as well, right? Like, as a lot of our young men and older men as well were raised by single women, and if they and they may not have had a man to look up to, who showed them how to treat a woman, how to open the door for them, how to make sure that they were protected for and provided for, and so I think that it takes us as women as well. Like my son know, like now, if my son around, he know he better get that door, and I expect for him to do that for somebody, for another woman, for all women. So it's up to us too to kind of set that example.
Absolutely.
And in that way, and then that's how it trickles down, right? Like at the end of the day, I think that's why you don't see a lot of men doing it. It's because they weren't required to. They
That
weren't
happens.
taught to, or they didn't see somebody who set a good example like that.
Absolutely.
And it's the little things. Like for me, that's such a small thing, but
And it could go definitely a long way, but like you said, if it still has to be reciprocated both ways.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh,
How do you-
women, I ain't letting down on y'all neither, because don't take me there.
How do you feel
I get
about
the same way.
I
Right.
get started.
How do you feel about today's standards when it comes down to how women look at men for certain things? So far as like opening doors, but so far as like being providers, do you think like the old ways of how it used to be when men and women used to date changed compared to how it is now when you see people out these days?
Well, I think so. I'm sure what you're getting to is financially, right? Like at the end of the day.
I wasn't trying to say it like that, but yeah.
But let's put it on the table. I knew what you was getting to. So, today is different from back in the day. And don't get me wrong. I mean, like women nowadays, we want to work, right? We don't want to be handicapped.
I don't want to work. No.
Let me tell you something. We want to be taken care of, but we also
Want our own money.
Yeah, we want our own money, and we just like to do things, right? Like that we have our own passions and things that we are, that we really love to do. And so I think that of course, every situation is different. I don't judge anybody, however you feel. I definitely want somebody who can take care of me, but I also bring a lot to the table, and I spoil my man too. So I think that it's important. Nowadays, like, a lot of people don't even get paid enough. Like, it takes 2 incomes in order for you guys to, to really be successful,
Absolutely.
right? Or to just survive and not have to worry, be able to save a little money. So I think that you have to have a good balance. Of course, it's that one, you may pay for everything this month, but next month she may have to pay for everything. But whatever works for your household, right, is like, I'm totally okay with. But I don't think that it's realistic. I mean, there's never going to be I won't say never. Let me take that back. But more than likely, I mean, anything could happen. Somebody could lose their job. They could lose some money.
Disability,
and you may have
anything.
to pick up the slack. Exactly. So just be prepared for that. That's all I'm going to say.
I'll say, I think to me, the perfect situation for me is the men take care of the big bills, and the women and the woman takes care of smaller bills like groceries, maybe like a little light bill or something, and then going out expenses. So if you paying all the rent and you paying all the car notes and all of that, when we go out, I buy the tab. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's like the perfect balance for me. Not everyone would think that, but it just makes sense to me. Because as a woman too, we like to go do, like you said, we like to go do certain things, right? So if I see something fun that I think me and you both will enjoy, why not just me go ahead and pay for it instead of waiting for you to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of go with it.
Give and take, right? Like, or take care of your nails and your hair, because he want to see you look good too.
I was just finna go that way because there's a bunch of ladies that just seeing on social media. Yeah, if a man don't take care of my hair and my nails and all that stuff, woo woo woo, don't ask me for no picture, woo woo woo, like. How do you feel like the mentality of the woman, especially, coming from, having older family members and then seeing the younger family members? Do you think the mentality of the woman changed within the last couple, decades?
So I won't necessarily, a little bit. Because more than likely that was passed down from either what she saw in her family or from a mama or auntie or somebody. She got it from somewhere. But also, she could have got it from social media, right? Because nowadays, everybody is, they're portraying on social media this glamorous life, right? And so I, like I said, different strokes for different folks. But I think that first and foremost, focus on yourself. Because don't expect for somebody to do something for you that you can't do for yourself.
Right.
Because I know a lot of you men. Okay, look, I know a lot of you men look at it like that. Like, look. Don't ask me to take you to go get a $300 steak and you won't buy it for yourself.
Right. That's crazy.
So if I tell you I want steak, it's because this is a regular for me. This is, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, I'm going to spend your money like I spend my own.
Right.
But, again, different, because there's some people who are like, hey, the man should take care of everything. And don't get me wrong. Like I said, I like to be taken care of, but I also like to take care of my person.
Absolutely.
And myself first and foremost.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't make nobody else happy if you ain't made yourself happy.
Exactly. Let's get into your other business endeavors, because clearly GlamLifeKim event planning is doing great, right?
Thank you. It is. God is good. I'm actually relaunching and
that's what's
rebranding.
Up. I love that. So tell us about, because you've had other business endeavors. Let us know about those other ones and why you felt like those didn't succeed as well as GlamLifeKim.
Or Glam Life Events and Productions. So the Museum of Self, let's go ahead and talk about that, right? My mentor told me this, grief to dollar ratio. And so I think sometimes when people go into a business, of course we all have, the mentality that it's going to be successful, that we're going to do. But if most people, the first 3 years is when they typically, I hate to say fail, but that may be when you learn your lesson, right?
The ratio of failing is higher.
It's higher in your first 3 years, right? And so the Museum of Self was a great idea, great concept. I don't know that the Twin Cities was ready for it just at that time. I do feel like the Twin Cities is always a little bit behind. We're about 10 years behind on things that are hot. But at the same time, location is everything. And so I had the Museum of Self in Northtown Mall.
Yes.
And it paid for itself. However, like I had, now this is the reality. This is where we get down to the nitty gritty. I had staff who was stealing from me.
Goodness.
Who I was, trusting to work, and thank God I had cameras, because I wouldn't have even known that they were pocketing money.
Wow.
If I wouldn't have seen how successful the day was and looked at the numbers, on Square. And so then that's when it got questionable. And I kept saying, how come when I'm here, it does well, but when this person is here, it doesn't do good? And I was saying that before I caught until, because I'm so busy.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I think a lot of times people don't talk about all the things that we go through as business owners, whether it's from people taking from you, or whether, it's making a bad decision as far as on location, or going in, not having enough money for marketing and advertising, in which I did all of that. I was on the radio, again, I could have probably stuck in there a little bit longer, and it would have been successful. However, I did, one of my clients, my biggest client, she was like, hey, grief to dollar ratio. Why are you sitting on our Zooms? Now, you're doing all of these big things, and you sitting on Zoom and at the Museum of Self. Like, if you can't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you can't sustain it or get some good employees, and which another thing was employees. A lot of people want to get paid a lot of money, but they don't want to work. They don't show up, and then you have to stop what you're doing, and you have to come in and show up. It's a lot that goes into being a business owner.
It is.
So especially when you have a brick and mortar. So I mean, it was just one of those things that I had to look at. Okay, grief to dollar ratio. Is it worth my time right now for me to be sitting in here working at the Museum of Self when I have so many other things going on that's making money, and that my time is being taken away from? And so I made the decision to focus on Glam Life. And that's been my thing. But I mean, that was a part of like my 10-year goal. I had the Museum of Self. I went to do a selfie museum in my 10-year plan, and a luxury event space. And that's coming, y'all. So stay tuned.
Exciting.
Stay tuned. Yes.
And then to jump in just a little bit more in your other business endeavor, real estate. How'd you get into real estate?
So actually, I'm not in real estate.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Nope. I'm not in real estate. I mean, I am selling a house right now. So but I mean, like, I'm not in real estate.
Okay.
However, like, even, I'm starting planting my feet in it a little bit more with being able to, and the goal is, I've always wanted to be a developer. I always said I want to be a Black female developer here in the Twin Cities.
Okay.
And one
so
day
it's more flipping houses.
No, more
like land.
Developing,
Like actual.
So from building from the ground up.
Oh, okay.
Yep, affordable housing, commercial real estate. I want to get, like, that has always kind of been a dream of mine. And it's starting to happen, not as far as me becoming a developer, but working on, my first big project to be able to get me there. And so
that's exciting.
Yeah, it is very exciting. So it was always something that I spoke. Hey, I'm a manifester. If you guys don't believe in manifestation, I feel sorry for you, because ever since I was a little girl, I would say I'm gonna do something, or I write it down, or I speak it into the universe, and baby, it always happens.
Yeah, same here.
So
it might not happen when you want it, but it's always on time.
It's always on time, on God's time. And so your mindset, right, is very important. So when we talk about anything that you're going to do, business related, spiritually, relationship, it's all in your mindset. And so if you go in, your words are powerful. The tongue is powerful. So you really have to, people would always be like, you're so positive. Why you? Because if I speak something negative, it's going to happen. So I can't speak that. Like, it's foreign language to me. I got to stay positive.
Yeah.
And so I want you guys to know that too, man. When you wonder why things are happening, that you've spoken into existence. Don't forget about what you said. Your words are powerful.
Beautiful. the rebrand. You're rebranding. We see a whole nother side of Kim that we've never really seen before. You out here doing photo shoots and you dropping, little motivational videos, glammed up. Tell us about this rebrand and why are you choosing to rebrand? Where are you rebranding from?
So this is great, right? I think it's time. People knew me, they know me here, but they don't know everything that I do, and I guess I've never really put it out there like that. Shout out to Asandra and Good Grace Creative. Asandra, that photo shoot that you saw, she Good Grace Creative is the name of her company, and she chose 3 women that she wanted to spotlight here in the Twin Cities that she really felt like could use, a good rebrand, like on their social media, could use some help with to really show who they are as a person, what all they do. And I just post. I'm not a social media. I'm old school. I was born in '79, and I ain't quite got social media just yet. And so I think that was one part. While when she introduced me, or when she came to me and suggested that I do that, I was already rebranding Glam Life. Okay. So Glam Life went from Glam Life Events and Parties to Glam Life Events and Productions. And this year we are launching in Las Vegas. Ooh. And nice. ATL, yes.
That's gonna be nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So very excited about that. So we have a new website, GlamLifeProductions.com, and we're still all of our teams, and we got to add on the Vegas branch and the ATL branch. So we'll be doing another photo shoot for that. So you'll see that coming out soon. But I thought that it was important that people see the other side of me, and that they know, like, I'm very passionate about people, about our youth, about women. Yes. I love to empower you all. And so I think that it's important that people see that side of me. And y'all know I love a good ball cap. Like I always said,
I love me a good hat.
Man, I always said I should create a hat line because I'm gonna wear a hat, baby.
Oh, that's funny. I was thinking about doing the same. Maybe we could.
Can partner? Come on, let's do it. I'm with that. Come on, let's sit down and make that happen.
Yes.
But then also, I will dress up. I mean, I'm from Chicago, so when I first moved here, people was like, "Girl, you dress up every day." I wouldn't go to the store without looking cute.
I got to get better at that myself.
It's time.
I put on a big old graphic tee and some sweatpants or some Crocs, and we'll go straight to Walmart. I don't care. I do not care. But I'm trying to get better in that because now being in radio and stuff, the appearance is important. You don't know who you're going to run into at that grocery store. True. And I want to make sure I'm always on top of it. So I've been going to the store, the Ross and everything, give me a few little shirts and jeans here and there and to build up my wardrobe. So I'm getting there too.
When you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And don't be scared to use a stylist. Let somebody, hey, put it out there. Go on Threads or wherever and just say, hey, I'm a radio personality. I have, a video production company. I have all these things going on. And I need a stylist, a great stylist who can, give me a look that portrays who I am.
Absolutely.
And I think that would be fun for you. I think that's great for you to do. I co-sign that.
Yeah, exciting. Thank you. And then we're going to slowly start to wrap up. Last but not least, you got a reality show coming?
Oh, how did you know about that?
I did my homework. Let us know about the reality show.
Living the Glam Life.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we've been working on it. We're going to pitch it to some networks.
Okay.
But it's all about, I don't think that, people always still say there's black people in Minnesota.
I can't believe it.
I know, right?
I just thought it was Prince.
That part. And so I really want the world to see our culture because, like, I love Minnesota. Even though I came from Chicago and I love Chicago, that's always home. This is home for me as well. And y'all see me everywhere. I'm in Atlanta a lot. I'm in LA a lot. But this is home. And there's a great culture of, just a great group of some phenomenal and amazing people here in the Twin Cities.
Absolutely.
That I feel the world needs to know. And so I think that I have, my friends are, baby, crazy. You got Big City. Yep. You got Muhammad Abdul.
Star status in UT.
Come on, period. So it's going to be interesting. I think people are really going to love it, and I think that they're going to want to come to Minnesota. Yes. And then it ties all into everything that I have going on right now. So I think it's time for us to, get a little bit more visibility here in the Twin Cities.
Is it based on just you, or
So it's based on
multiple
me,
people?
and then of course some of my friends.
Okay.
So like Big City is one, and which if you guys know him, baby, he is a whole movie himself.
Man.
Yeah, and so you'll see some of my friends from Atlanta. And then you'll see some people hearing us, out and about. But it'll really be about, hey, of course, it's an opportunity for people around the world to be able to know that Glam Life Events and Productions exist and see everything that we're doing. But also getting to know GlamLifeKim as a person and a serial entrepreneur. And then just getting to know the Twin Cities and knowing that there is, Black people here, right? Yeah. And some real bosses.
Yes,
so.
I love it. Let the people know, as we end out, what are some big events that you got coming up that you would love the people to pop out to and come say hey and all of that?
Yeah, because I heard a Glam Life party is a Glam Life party, and a Glam Life party don't stop.
Don't stop, baby. You know we gonna have a good time.
Boy.
And look, the ladies always say they look forward to my parties because I bring the men out. A lot of times there's more women at the events, and at my parties it seems like sometimes there's more men than there is women, which is crazy. But so actually, I'm looking forward. We had to reschedule. So for those of you who didn't know, because everybody keeps saying I'm excited for your party this weekend, and I'm like, we rescheduled.
Oh yeah.
So Shades of Melanin, shout out to Solo and oh my God, why am I trying? P. God,
Yeah.
Lord, look, I'm drawing a blank on that. Solo and P. They are two promoters in the Twin Cities who's doing some amazing things. And so, and thank you for actually, Shardae kind of referred me and put that word in. And so I'm looking forward to Shades of Melanin, y'all. We're going to have the city dress up in brown, any shade of brown.
Ooh.
It's going to be.
That's going to be pretty.
Man, beautiful. It's going to be so dope. It's going to be some great networking. And so y'all stay tuned. It is not going to be March 27th, but we are working on the new date, and I will keep you posted. Please follow me so that you'll know when we reschedule that. I have the People of Color Career Fair is an event that the Ray McKenzie Group does every year. It's a phenomenal event that Sharon Smith-Akinsanya put together. And so if you guys are looking for a career change, or if you just need to keep yourself, out and, just network, just because you never know what could happen. It's going to be at the St. Paul River Center on April the 28th. Okay. That is from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So make sure you can go to the peopleofcolorcareerfair.com and you can register for that. That is, again, I work hand in hand with Sharon Smith-Akinsanya on, making sure that we execute. Glam Life executes those events for her. And so that's something I'm very passionate about as well. And then we got Camel J's boat ride coming up, y'all.
Those are always lit.
Yes, it's our 50. Hey, we got to get you back out there too. So I was going to talk to you about that.
I have not been on that boat ride.
Oh my God. Okay.
All.
This year. You wanna? Hey, maybe we can get you and Bake Show to kind of tag team and.
Let me know. I still got love for everybody, so I'll still do it.
Okay, period. But it's our 50. It's Camel J's 50th year anniversary, y'all.
Give him a hand clap for that one. There we go.
Been around 50
years.
Love it.
Wow,
it's a long time, and so and we have a new home coming. So we'll be building a home from the ground up. 2028, and so it's a fundraiser. This has always been a fundraiser for KMOJ, but we definitely want to encourage people. You'll see me there. That's another event that I produce. Yeah, and then just follow me. You know,
let them know where to follow you.
Absolutely, at GlamLifeKim on all social media platforms, or you can definitely go to GlamLifeProductions.com.
Yep. And let them know what time that show is on the weekend.
Oh yeah, you can catch me each and every Sunday on the People Station 89.9 KMOJ from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's Back in the Day with GlamLifeKim.
Ooh, back in the day when we were
I'm not a kid anymore. Some days I said, I wish I wasn't. And everybody say,
I remember way back when.
That's what I'm talking about.
I love it. Oh,
thank you guys so much for the opportunity. I had so much fun for y'all. You know, fun. I got love. I have love for you, my little sis. You know, I'm always supporting you, and Intenz, you know, I appreciate you. You always ride with your sis, especially for don't forget the State Fair.
Yeah.
We do have the State Fair coming up, so y'all can catch me and Intenz out there. We're going to have to get you on the mic.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know.
Hey, it goes up. It is definitely a party every year that I'm involved in it. This past year I was there like way more than I usually am. So,
well, we appreciate you.
So I'm still here. Like I said, I'm still that person, man. So y'all can hit me anytime. I'm whenever you need me, just call me.
Okay,
Perfect.
I appreciate you both.
All right, y'all. Well, that is the interview. We're finna go ahead and get into a little small music break because we here for 30 more minutes at the station. But again, thank you, GlamLifeKim, for coming in. Yes, we had a dope interview. Again, y'all, go ahead and make sure y'all follow her. If you need your party needs and your event needs and all that stuff, hit her up. She gonna make sure
if you just need to get out and party,
I got you.
Period.
A GlamLifeKim party.
Come
on. It's a GlamLifeKim party, bro. Hey. And I'm telling y'all going to enjoy yourself.
Absolutely. All right, we'll be right back. This is the Wake Up on Power 104.7. See you in a little bit.
Wake up, this is the wake up.